Hey again, it's me. Welcome to my channel. I'm trying to copy this YouTuber. Um, I don't know what to talk about. I never know what to talk about, but I guess I'll talk about this one YouTuber who's been certified. He has the check mark and everything, and he stole his old his this little thing that he does at the beginning. Welcome to my channel, or whatever. He stole it from this other YouTuber who's actually like crippled and has cancer, and he's been doing it for like I don't know how many years now, but I follow him. His name is Gary06, I think, and he does food reviews. And because he looks a little weird, a little different, that's why he has like so many subscribers. But then this guy came and swooped in and took over his whole gig, and I just that just kind of pisses me off a little bit. Like he also I guess understood that Gary looks kind of a little different from the average person. So he also looks a little different. So he kind of understood what was going on with Gary. So he totally stole his idea. Now he's like, I don't know how many subscribers he has, but I just I tried watching some of his videos. It just completely just threw me off because of the way he copies him. And yeah, and I don't know, like I could totally cancel him all single handedly. No, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah. Anyways, I forget what his name is. Is okay. I'll look it up. It's probably on my recommended section. I'm listening to Tool, by the way. I went to go see them last week in Toronto, and it was yeah. We should talk about that instead. Anyways, yeah. So I went to Toronto by Megabus. Yeah, Megabus is pretty cheap. It's like $50 one way, and then another $50 to come back to Montreal, and it's like a 6 hour ride, and it's pretty like there's no breaks. You can't like whenever there's a bus stop, it's only for like 5 minutes, and people just come in, and if you're lucky, you can go out and have a quick smoke, and then you're already on the road again. And well, anyways, when I got to Toronto, like as we were going into the city, like I saw the CN Tower, I was like, ah, hallelujah. You know, it was really cool seeing it, like all with that, all the lighting and stuff like that at night. Because last time I went, it was during the day when I arrived in Toronto, but at this time it was at night, and it was really cool seeing the CN Tower with all the lights, like I said. Anyway, like as we were driving through downtown, and I was thinking, oh my god, don't be anxious, because it was like rush hour, and there was like a shit ton of people everywhere on the streets, a lot of cars, and um, when as people were getting out of the bus, I was like, my legs were a little bit shaky, and I was like, I'm gonna look so stupid and touristy, and just like, why am I asking people like, where's this street, where's that? But I managed to find the beer store, and I bought some coolers, like three of them. Um, And I took when I got out of the beer store, I was looking for a taxi, and he drove me to the Scotiabank Arena, and I was like, there was so many people there, and they all spoke English, and it was like I was so paranoid, like I felt like well, I probably did, because I always do, because I'm so big. I stick out like a sore thumb in public, and I kind of draw attention because I'm kind of big, and I just felt so watched, and I was so uncomfortable. And but I found this corner, this dark corner, where like a group of maybe four people were like smoking weed and drinking their beer before they went in. So I drank I drank two cans, and I felt so much better, so much more relaxed. I was like, all right, I'm here. And I felt like I belonged there, kind of, even though like it's mostly straight dudes that listen to Tool. A lot of women too, a lot of females. But I don't know. There's a level of like tipsiness where you're like, okay, now I'm comfortable. Now I feel like I belong here. These are my people, you know. And anyways, oh yeah, so I went to my seat, and I was lucky there was nobody sitting next to me, because like man spreading, like when guys sit with their legs like kind of open, and yeah, because I'm a big like man spreader, like it really, and I was lucky nobody was sitting beside me, and I saw that the two guys that were sitting in front of me, the seats in front of me, they were like kind of like trying not to touch their knees together, and I was like, so it's not just me then. And I was like, and then once the Tool started playing, I can still remember the first song. It was really cool. It was like, I don't know how to describe it, but it was Fear Inoculum, and it's a really good song for it to be like an opening song, because it starts off slow and then it builds up, and then, but anyways, once it started, um, the whole arena was like, they got up on from their seats, and like I thought they would sit down after the first song at least, but then um, the whole arena stood up like through throughout the entire concert, the show, and I couldn't. I don't. There's a reason why I didn't get the floor tickets, because I wanted to sit, because I can't stand for that long because I'm so heavy. But anyways, like I did stand for like the first 20 minutes, and then I got tired, and then like the people in front of me, like to the left, the row in front of me, were kind of blocking my view when I was sitting. But I was still like, music was still really loud, and I could feel like my chest, inside my chest, like vibrating, and like I could feel like when the drummer hit the drums, like I could feel like I don't know how to say it, but it was still like pretty good experience. And whenever like my favorite part of a favorite song, or actually even just my favorite song came on, I stood up through the whole song, and I was like, yeah. And then once my not so favorite song came on, I sat down again to take a rest, and I probably had like seven beers in total in the arena, and outside I had three cans of coolers, and yeah, it was totally worth the 6 hour ride and the 6 hour ride back to Montreal. Um, yeah, but like the ride, the ride back to Montreal was really like everybody was so exhausted on the bus. There's like I couldn't sleep. Like actually, I did sleep probably for like 5 minutes, and then I would like I don't know, like I remember doing that, and the girl beside me was like kind of laughing, not like laughing out loud, just like something like that. Anyway, um, that happened like I don't know 3 times as I was trying to fall asleep, and there was this one guy in the seat in front of me. He was like swaying left to right. He was like trying hard not to fall asleep, and then once he kind of fell forward and like banged his head on the seat in front of him, and he's like, oh, and yeah, a lot of people are really tired on that ride, and yeah, this is my second time going to Toronto for a concert, so now I feel a little bit more confident that I can navigate like at least the downtown area a little bit better. And uh, oh yeah, there was like during between the opening act that there was this like half an hour period where it's just like before the Tool played, and there was this guy like a few seats behind me. I just saw like this paper airplane flying beside me, and as it was falling into to the floor area, um, the whole arena was like, yeah, I'm not like they were like I forget how it went. It's like kind of was like yeah, and people started like clapping and yelling. It was funny. Once it landed on that guy, or it was funny. I don't know. I'm not a good storyteller, but anyway, like I probably sat through like 60% through this of the show, and well, I've seen a lot of concerts anyways of Tool on YouTube, and they're not really like Ramstein theatrical and or Slipknot or anything like that. They kind of do the same thing, and I was okay with sitting down, just experiencing the loud music that I'm not allowed to listen to in my apartment because floors are so like not thick enough. So I usually use headphones, but like it was cool to be in a an arena like with this huge sound system, and um yeah, the encore I didn't see, like I didn't stay to watch because like I wanted to catch the beer store. It closed at 11. I was hoping, or I did buy some wine and some coolers for the ride home, but like it turned out that the bus was like jam packed, and I was lucky I lined up early to get into the bus, and that I got the seat way in the back, and Yeah, and I was lucky I didn't have to sit with somebody. And when I got home, yeah, I went to bed. I had like some sandwiches and then I went to bed. When I got up, I drank my coolers and my wine. The experience, if I had to rate it out of 10, it would be 7, I guess. The first time I saw Tool was in 2017 here in Montreal, and I would give that like a 9 out of 10 because that was my first time. Oh, cankles on my knuckles. Um, and it was, I don't know why. And also the stage, I liked the stage better in 2017 and the screens, how they set up the screens, those giant screens. And but I wasn't able to see Maynard at that during that show because he kept standing on the same spot behind the drum set, the drummer, on the other side of the drummer, so couldn't see him at all, like 0% throughout the whole show. But the one in Toronto, he kind of alternated between the left and the right side of the stage, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Um, keep saying and stuff like that. I'm, you can tell I'm not really fluent in English, but I actually like it when I text. I think everybody likes to text instead of talking on the phone these days. Um, but yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, au revoir.